Now, as you'll see, just looking at the chart again, very similar to the second example, except this time round, the two major differences are, note, the size of the tail, so the size and the speed of the rejection, but also then the rotation down. What we saw in the second example was there was still quite a bit of, as we were moving down, there was two-way trade being facilitated as buyers were responding as prices moved lower. In this example, however, note how we see very little buying response until the market almost rushes and aggressively sells off and rushes back into responsive buying. So crucial to identify the two major differences. One, the excessive initiative taken from sellers at the higher prices, but then also the aggressive initiative taken even as prices continued to move lower. So there was a lack of response from buyers, and that's what created the aggressive move down. So note, remember we said the aggressive excess is top. It includes three things: volume, volatility, and a loss of momentum. So in terms of volatility, what do we mean by that? Well, if you look at the size of the two candles or the three candles before we formed the Y tail top, you can see that there's quite a bit of overlap between prices, a lot of inside type trade, a lot of two-way trade between buyers and sellers. And then all of a sudden, we get this Y tail being formed, but it takes out, the Y tail is the largest, TPO candle on the entire day. So it has the biggest range of the entire day, and that's that shift in volatility. That's that pickup in volatility and volume that we're talking about. And, when we see that kind of auctioning process or aggressive process, we want to then avoid trying to be a responsive buyer and rather go with the initiative selling. So again, note the tail, again, the auction at the extreme or the lack of two-way trade at the extreme. There was only initiative selling at this extreme. And again, note we would have had very little volume being traded at that top. Why? Because no new business would have been buying at those highs, and equally we would have seen very quick rejection of premium prices. Okay, that then concludes our three examples of the types of tops that we can expect. What we are going to talk about later on when we go to the blackboard is how you can take advantage of these three different opportunities and develop your own strategies.